Good morning, Fresh Family. It is Friday, the 21st. I think we've officially hit, this is day 30 of the challenge. I have to go back and double check, but I'm pretty sure today is day 30. So, as of today, after today is done, I will officially have hit 30 days of making a video every single day. Now, what have I learned? That I was overzealous and overconfident in what it would take to post every single day, especially to multiple platforms. And it is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I'm very behind. I'm only like a day or two behind on the posts for YouTube, but I'm very behind on the posts for short form content to like Opus Clip and stuff like that, and posting it to Reels and YouTube Shorts and all that. Hang on, I gotta plug in. All right, I'm back. So being able to find the time to do it, but also the energy, the brain power. Like, sometimes I do have the time, but my brain is just like, nope, or my body is just like, nope. For instance, right now, pretty sure I'm getting sick. I've been trying to fight it, been trying to push it off, but I feel it like in my throat. Kind of just feels like my throat is tightening. It's not quite sore or anything like that. It just doesn't feel right. It feels off. And so, like, you know, I have brain fog and I just don't have the energy to do certain shit. But that's part of the challenge, right? If nothing else, if I'm not locking in on anything else, at the very least, I'm gonna lock in on this. So, like, sticking to keto, that lasted a day, and then I went to LA, and I was like, fuck this, I'm an adult and I want to eat what I want to eat. But then that's the mentality that I need to get over, because that's not the point of this. The point of this is to do the hard things when you don't want to do them. And I struggle with, like, going back and forth. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to eat food that I like at a nice restaurant that I don't get an opportunity to do very often. And I don't want to limit myself because I'm on a more strict diet. But like Gary Vee says, he was like, you can't have it both ways. You can either be strict and, you know, enjoy the body that you want to have, but miss out on some opportunities and miss out on some things that are going to be fun. Or you can go the other way and do all the things that are going to be fun and live the life that you want to live, but don't complain when you don't have the body that you want and you're not living the life that you want. And that's the biggest thing. And I don't think I'm really complaining right now. I'm not complaining. I am, I guess, really just battling with, like, what do I want? Do I want to keep living the life that I'm living, meaning having the body that I'm having? Or do I want to get strict and lose some of the nice opportunities, the fun opportunities, knowing that more stuff will come in the future? I know it will, guys. Like, I can already feel the energy in the universe shifting. And I know that sounds weird, but those of you who know. Like, when you feel change coming, you can't help it. It's inevitable. It's like forces of nature are at work that I have no control over. And all I'm doing is trying to lock in and, you know, go along for the ride so that I can soak up all of the, you know, the good things and soak up all the positivity. I am doing my absolute best right now. And my best isn't hitting all my markers, but it's my best, you know? The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. I don't feel very festive. I don't know what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving yet. I mean, I think I might start looking into an Airbnb for a couple days and see if I can see if I can manage it, if I can afford it. If I can, then I might do that. But I don't know, guys. I still haven't bought my camera yet. Mostly because I sat down and looked at the accessories, and when I added them all to my cart, it was much more expensive than I wanted to spend. And like, I don't know if you guys, like, I've talked to a couple people, they're like, how much is this camera? And I'm like, I don't know, it comes out to like $500 after everything. And they're like, oh, that's not bad. And I'm like, maybe for you, dog, but I don't have an extra $500 lying around. Like, this is a big decision for me, and I don't feel good making a big decision sometimes. And like, I know that this is going to be good for me. I know this is going to be elevate my content. I know it's going to be worthwhile, and I can afford it if I finance it. But it's still scary, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like financing things because it means it's an extra amount of money that I have to pay every month. And then if something happens with work or something happens and I lose my income, then everything's gone. Anyways, I don't want to think about that. I will buy it soon. I haven't yet. It's Friday. I'm on my way out to LA again to do a repair out there. Still haven't heard back from the job interview. Still haven't heard back from the modeling agency, but that was just yesterday. So she said I would hear from them in the next day or two, so I'm going to give them some time only because they're still deliberating. Still haven't heard from Rent, but they said we should hear back today, or at least get like an email if they're interested. So hopefully 2 of the 3 I hear back from today. If not, I think at least 1 I'll hear back from today, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. I just have a couple calls, and then Audrey has this holiday stroll thing tonight. It's in Glendora, and it's a big deal for the people that are in the show. You know, they have people walking around Glendora, and I don't feel the greatest, but I gotta get her there and get her home and stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna take some Theraflu. I'm actually gonna go buy some right now after I'm done charging. Actually, I have 10 minutes. I'm gonna go walk over to 7-Eleven and pick something up while this is charging, so that I'm not wasting time. It's 10:30. I gotta get out to LA still. I have a customer waiting for me, and then I have another one here in Pomona. So I just have to knock out those 2 calls, and then I'll go get dressed and try to change. I'm gonna try and bundle up and wear something a little bit warmer, and then just take her to her show, just sit somewhere and rest, and then get her home and go to bed. I have work tomorrow too. If I don't feel any better, I might get somebody to cover, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Mentally, I'm a little down right now. That reminds me, I haven't done anything with therapy. I have to get on. It's just, I'm tired, guys, but this is a challenge, so I'm gonna get after it. I will keep you guys updated when I do stuff, and hopefully that camera helps me up my content game, and then you guys will be enjoying more than just me blabbing. I think this is because I'm comfortable here. My phone's mounted, I'm in my car, I feel safe. But once I get this camera, it has a microphone. I can attach it anywhere. I can talk at a low level. I tried it yesterday with my earbuds in that ramen restaurant, and the audio wasn't very good. So hopefully with the new camera and the mic, it'll be much better audio, and you guys, I can feel more comfortable putting stuff in different places and like just talking at a low level, so that way I'm not interrupting people around me, because I'm a people pleaser, and the idea of like interrupting other people's space and time and activities is and it gives me anxiety. And so that's really tough if you're trying to be a content creator to film around that. Like filming at the ramen restaurant yesterday was nerve-wracking, but whatever. Okay, I'm talking a lot now. I will check back in with you guys when I have some updates, and I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend, teachers, and those of you who are in academia. I hope you guys are ready for Thanksgiving break. I know you guys, I know my kids are, I know my ex-wife is, I know I'm ready for a little break, so look forward to all of you guys enjoying that. And I'll check in with you in a bit. Man, they're really pushing this advertising. Even 7-Eleven. Oh. Alright. So, I stopped to charge. I'm good on some charge now. Why is my seat so fucking hot? Jesus, turn that off. Off. Seats off. 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 It's hot. I'm sweating. Might just be because I'm dying. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm getting hot flashes. I think it's menopause. Okay. Stopped. Got some water. Some emergency. Some gum. Some NyQuil for later. And some Dayquil for right now. So I'm gonna throw a couple of these emergencies in here and just kind of sip on this throughout the day. But I'm gonna take a couple of those Dayquils real quick. 325, so that's 650 milligrams. I usually take 800, so I'm okay. Oh God, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Okay, bye. Oh, I hit recording right as the fucking traffic was coming to a stop, and I had to focus on that instead of filming a video. So I heard back about Rent. I did not get offered the role that I was trying for, which was Collins. I needed a win, and that one was the only one that I had high hopes for, so kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. My speculation is, well, one, anytime you start doing shows with a new theater and a new company, like I don't feel like out of the gate, unless you absolutely crush it, they offer you a lead or principal role. So I was offered a role. I don't think it's necessarily like a named role, but it's one person that plays multiple roles. So I would be a homeless man, the pastor, and then like a couple other roles. There was four roles given, and then that would be the role that I was offered. I'm very thankful. I'm, it sucks to not get the part that you're going for, but to even get offered a part is humbling, and it's really cool. I don't know if I'm going to accept the role, and there's all these issues that comes with that, right? So like a new company, like they're trying to learn how you are with people, how whether or not you're gracious about accepting roles and all that other stuff. And I feel like this is like a litmus test for them to see whether or not they like me and whether or not they want to continue to work with me. So, by not accepting this, I might hinder myself from getting another role down the line, and but not to say that it's not cool and it wouldn't be amazing to be in a show. And then my friend Chandler, who I've done shows with in the past, was also cast as Mark, which that was the role he was shooting for, and he got it. So I'm really excited for him. It would have been really cool to do the show with him, where we were both, in the main roles. It kind of sucks, honestly. It kind of was a gut punch. But the rehearsals are far. I'd have to go all the way up to Victorville, and they're on Saturdays and Sundays. So it would eat up my weekends for the next 2.5, almost 3 months. And I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, it's like I'm weighing my options here, right? For a role that I really want, that is a dream role that I auditioned for and I had landed it, then that to me makes it worth it to do that show. To be offered another role that I'm maybe just less interested in, like it would be nice to be a part of this group and a part of this cast, and it's a new company. I think this is only like their third show maybe, or fourth show. It would be really cool and it would be a lot of fun. I just don't know if it's worth the time that I'd have to give in order to go do a part that I'm not super enthusiastic about. So I don't know. I'm going to weigh my options. I'm going to look at the next few weeks of rehearsals and match that against, what else I have going on in the world, and decide whether or not I want to just do it, just to do it. And we'll go from there and we'll see. But I'm definitely going to go support my friend Chandler. I'm very excited for him. So that's one of the three I actually heard back on, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. So maybe I'll hear back from Bicoastal and they'll offer me a contract. That could be cool. Or I'll just get any email response at all from that job that I applied to. Like literally, even if it's just, hey, sorry, we went in a different direction, or hey, we're holding off until after the new year to hire, like any update at all would be a win in my book. So yeah, thanks for rooting me on, guys. I wish it was good news, but again, I'm still very, very thankful to have been offered a role, especially with a company that doesn't know me. I don't think that I had the best song, to be honest. I think my audition was okay, but it was really just kind of in a car, rushed, just like this. So maybe it wasn't the best setting. I don't know what I did wrong necessarily, but it could have just been that they had another Collins that fucking crushed. The major thing that I was worried about is that Collins has a very deep voice, and I can do Collins songs, but I don't have a deep bass audition song, and so I just went with Prayer of the Comfort Counselor from 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which is a song that I know, a part that I've played, and it was the closest that I felt to Collins that I had in my repertoire. The other option was Greatest Showman, but I don't think that those showcase my range enough, and you really have to have a deep voice for Collins. I just feel like I've never seen anybody play it that wasn't a bass, and I'm not a true bass, but I can get pretty low, so kind of bummed. But if it wasn't for me, then it's not for me. I'm not going to force anything that's not meant for me, So I will keep you guys posted on my decision, but as of right now, I'm leaning towards probably not going to accept. But I'll let you know either way. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Well, luck ran out. As fortune would have it, I got pulled over. It's an infraction. I was on my cell phone. I shouldn't have been, and it's my own fault. But that sucks. My insurance is already kind of high. My insurance is higher than my car payment for two reasons. So I have three things that were counted against me on my record, right? The first was an accident. When I had my last car, I fell asleep at the wheel. And I didn't cause an accident per se, but I did have to put in a claim because I needed to get repairs done to the car. Mind you, I mean, it's not good to drive when you're tired. I understand that. I was working, I think I had worked 50 something hours of overtime in a week-long period on top of my regular schedule. We were down a guy at work. I was working 16, 17 hour days. I was tired. And I got home, I got almost to my exit on the 10 freeway, and I nodded off, and there was a dividers that divide the fast track and the 10 freeway, and they have those like plastic pillars, and I hit like 5 or 6 of them. Like I fell asleep and nodded into the lane, and it was like doo 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 doo, and then I woke up and pulled to the side of the road. And actually, I take it back. I just exited because I was literally right before my exit. So I got off the exit and went home, checked my car, and I had damaged like that whole front left side of the fender and the hood. So because it was an accident that I had to put in a claim on, even though I didn't cause any damage, I didn't hit anybody else, it was nothing like that, but because I submitted a claim, it counted as a point against me, which that kind of sucks. I feel like it shouldn't be a point unless I cause damage or do something like that. That issue should be between me and my insurance company. I don't know why that affects my driving record, but whatever, it is what it is. So that's my first point. And then within a 6-month time period, I got 2 speeding tickets. Mind you, I've been driving, since I was whenever you start driving, and I've never gotten a speeding ticket before. The first one, I was driving to Vegas and I had a rental car. And these are not like excuses. I'm just explaining what happened. I was driving a rental car, and I was just having a conversation with the girl that I was talking to at the time. She was shotgun. We were going to Vegas. We were just talking, and I was going the speed of traffic. I wasn't like jamming, speeding or whatever, but I wasn't paying attention to my speed, and I was going fast. I realized, I think I was going at like 103 that he clocked me at, and I was very fortunate that he clocked me under 100, because apparently 100 is like immediately tow your vehicle. I was going that speed. I'm not saying I wasn't. I was going the same speed as everybody else, so I didn't understand how I was the one that got picked for that ticket. But, sometimes you're the example. So I had to pay for that. So I had to pay for that ticket. No, I did community service for that ticket. So I didn't have to pay for it, but the point still counted against me. And then almost 6 months later to the day, I was working and I was driving up a long road up in I was going to a military base. I don't remember exactly which one. It could have been Edwards, it could have been somewhere on 29 Palms, I don't remember, but I was on a long road. And those military roads are very, very strict about speeds, but the speeds change. Like the moment you get off the freeway, it might be 45, and then if you're not paying attention, it'll hit 35 or 25, and then sometimes it jumps back up. Like it changes 4 or 5 times before you even get to the base. And so this one changed. I wasn't paying attention. There was a cop coming the opposite direction, which again, how I don't understand, because there was a car in front of me and a car behind me, and he clocked me and then flipped a bitch and then pulled me over. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like, that one did not make any sense to me at all. But I was like, dude, I can't take another point on me. That'll be like my 3rd point on my record. So I paid for driving school for that one. I did the driving school. I actually need to check on that to see if, like, because I did the driving school. They said it was done. They submitted my records to the court, but I don't know if they ever like counted or not, or took the point off or whatever. But I haven't heard anything about my insurance going up or anything like that, so I just got to check on it. And should be okay. But that's it. Like, I don't get into accidents. Like, I know I shouldn't have been on my phone, but like, I drive a lot. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying, like, it just kind of is what it is. I'll be on my phone scrolling sometimes because the driving is so monotonous. I need something to like keep my brain alive, keep it awake. So anyways, this motorcycle cop pulls up right next to me. I'm on the far left lane, right before the carpool lane, going up over the hill, like over Kellogg, like near Kellogg, on the 10 freeway by where the cemetery is. So I'm going up over that hill, and he pulls up right next to me in between the fast lane and my car, right in the middle of the lane. And he literally, like, I'm sitting here like this, holding my phone, and I look over, and he like waves at me, and he's like, pull over. And I'm like, fuck. I didn't even bother. I wasn't gonna try and fucking argue or anything like that. I was on my phone. He saw me clear as day. And he was like, yeah, dude, like, he was really chill, really cool cop. He was like, you know, I pulled you over because you were like looking at your phone, or you were holding a mobile device, but you were looking down. And he was like, that's really dangerous, you know, because if a car stops abruptly in front of you, it can cause an accident. And I was like, you're absolutely right, you know. I know you're not supposed to admit guilt or whatever, but like, fuck, I was guilty, you know. So didn't argue it. He asked if I had ever had a phone violation or before. I said no, and he said, okay, I'm going to keep it as an infraction. He said that infraction will not count as a point against your record as long as you just pay the fine. He was like, the second time you get a phone infraction, he was like, even if the officer marks it as an infraction, the court will assign a point to your record. So he was like, just don't get a second infraction and you're good. And I'm like, all right. So I looked at the ticket. I couldn't see anything that said like how much it was. I hope it's not some crazy $300 or $500 amount. I really, really hope. It said, just from a basic Google search, it said like 130 to 160 or something like that, which like, that's not any more ideal. It's not cool. I wish I didn't have to pay that. But, you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know, I fucked up. So, gonna have to own that one. Gotta stay off my phone for a little while. Although, ironically, I'm recording this on my phone. But I am significantly more alert doing this than I am, like, looking at my phone. Friday. Yay! Okay. I'm on my way to my next call, and then I gotta check in with Audrey. So I'll let you guys know how the holiday stroll goes. So I literally just had a moment. I ate this morning. I had a one of those Unwich sandwiches that I really like. They're frozen, and instead of bread, the bread is just like egg quiches, and then it's got a sausage and cheese in the middle. And 4 breakfast sausage patties, the flat ones. That's what I had. Oh my god. So, but I'm pulling out of FedEx, and I'm right next to a KFC and a Farmer Boys. And I haven't eaten since this morning. I'm hungry. I'm feeling like overwhelmed. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling all these emotions. And so I know that I just wanted to go into KFC. I know what I was going to order, probably a breakfast, a chicken sandwich, probably a couple of them, maybe some of those little pies. And I told myself, no, like, this is the whole point. Like, you're trying to lock in, and you're never going to lock in. You're never going to change. You're never going to evolve. You're never going to grow if you don't actually make the better decision when times are tough. And so, as much as I want to be comforted, and as much as I want to make a bad decision right now.
Hello, welcome to Farmer West. Welcome with Tire for you today.
Hi, can I do the farmer's chopped Cobb salad?
What kind of dressing?
The chili ranch?
Anything else?
No, that's everything.
14, you in at the window, please.
Thank you. So, I'm going to count that as a little win. I'm very happy with myself. I made the tough choice, and I got a salad instead. And I know it's a small, stupid, insignificant thing, but the more I start to do that and I trust myself, I will listen to myself, and I will make the hard choices when I don't want to. And the more I do that, the more I will actually evolve. Because I very much could have easily gotten a bad food thing, or not bad, but like, more carbs, more processed foods, more just bullshit. But it's because I'm sad and angry and emotional, and I'm letting those emotions drive my decision. And food is a comfort, and food is a coping mechanism, and food is what I turn to when I'm feeling this kind of way, because it gives me that hug, but it's temporary, and then I feel like shit. So I'm making a decision right now for my future self, even though it's small and may seem insignificant. I was just talking to one of my friends earlier today. She said she was going to go get a pastrami sandwich, but then she made a choice to get a salad from Mike's, Jersey Mike's instead. So she got like a turkey something or other salad instead, and I was like, good job. And she laughed, and I was like, no, I'm serious. Like, I know it might seem insignificant, but you were going to go make a choice and then you said, no, let me get a healthier option. And that's not easy to do. That is not easy to do, especially when food is your escape. And for me, that's how it has been for many, many years, and I'm trying to break that cycle. So if you are the same way and food is your escape, and you make a choice, even if it's a small, simple one, even if you decide, you know what, instead of a burger, I'm gonna get a salad, or even if I'm gonna get a burger, but I'm gonna get it lettuce wrapped, or whatever it is, that's a small choice that you are making, and I'm proud of you for making that small little choice, because those small choices over time become actual life changes, and that's what I'm shooting for, guys. So just wanted to share that small win with you, and I'm gonna get my salad, and I'm gonna probably mix it up while I'm out and about. All right, I'll talk to you later. So, okay, got pulled over, made it to my last call, and then took some more medicine, walked the dogs, gave them their treats, changed my clothes, and now I'm at Glendora for the holiday stroll. It's 7 o'clock. Audrey's been here since 4. Her mom dropped her off. I'm here to pick up. But I'm going to show you guys the insanity that is the Glendora holiday stroll. It's nuts, like literally. So way down there at that stage, that's where the top billing people perform, all the way down there. And it's just people as far as the eye can see, all the way down to the green light. All that is just people. All the vendors are open. Everybody's selling food. People have their pets and strollers, and everything's open. It's pretty legit.
Tell me it's a crooked game we're playing, one we'll never lose. Long as suckers don't mind paying just to get bad news. Making a fine line, carrying a man through it all. I'm finding my line, carrying a man going tall. Got a union. First they think we're nothing. Are we nothing? No! Swordhurst, they think they got us. Do they got us? No! Even though we ain't got hats or badges, we're a union just by saying so. And the world will know. Stop them other.
Simultaneous.